Blazes! What has happened to it?
Clouded. Dark fog. Dying. Please, you. Run. Run now.
Tahar, I don't like the way it's looking at us. I think we should leave.
Run!
All right. What the blazes was that? Why did it attack us?
The corruption. It must have taken hold of it.
But that's odd. I get how this frenzy could be an elf's reaction to the blood burn, but how likely is it that a tree ant reacts the same way? Not to mention all the animals.
Do you smell that?
Yes, like carrion.
And the water has the same color as the blisters on the corrupted.
If you ask me, we just found the cause of this plague. And it's definitely not a curse.
A traveler. Don't get many in these parts. What do you want? If you're looking for shelter, you've come to the wrong place.
Who are you people? This is Elven territory, isn't it?
Huh. Elven territory, my arse. Just because the Moor here were allowed to put up their little town here doesn't mean they own the whole jungle. As for who we are, if you don't know, then you probably don't have any business here.
Can you let us in?
As I said, no. This isn't a roadside inn. Now, sod off.
Wait, not so fast. The Moor here sent us. It's important.
The Moor here, huh? Alright, fine. Come in, but make it quick. We already have visitors, and they aren't too fond of your employers.
Don't you think these soldiers will recognize you?
I doubt it. Even if they know General Noria is looking for me, they wouldn't know my face.
You should rethink your position, old man. The light doesn't show mercy on those who betray it.
Well, maybe the light can show you the way out of my bloody camp instead.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Oh, I think I do. I'm messing with a bunch of renegade cutthroats who think they can walk into a camp of the Royal Army and make demands just because their lunatic leader told you so. So, one more time for the slow ones among us. We won't attack those elves. On the contrary, if you do as much as lay a finger on them, you'll have to deal with us too. Are we clear?
You...
Are we clear?
Yes.
What? Wait a moment. You? Gilbert Vilmas, 2nd Division Everlight Infantry, isn't it? Blazes. What are you doing here?
I think you're mistaking me for someone else. I'm not with the army.
Oh, am I? Huh. Could have sworn. Oh, well, never mind. Who are you then? And how the heck did you get in here?
The guard let me in. My name is Tahar, and I'm with the Moor here from Lithuania. There's something we need to discuss.
Tahar? Like that sodding rebel mage bastard? Boy, I surely don't envy your name. Forenthus Copper, 2nd rank sergeant to the Royal Army. So, what news do you bring from our elven friends?
Well, I assume you've taken note of this strange plague going on in Leafshade. The elves have sent me to investigate it, and are asking for permission to cross borders.
Granted.
Just like that?
What should I say? We need this plague gone as much as the Moor here. We've stayed away from the corrupted parts, aye, but we've nonetheless lost 3 men already. Just don't do anything unwise, and you can walk freely within our sectors. One more thing, though. There is something that we need done, and I don't have any men to spare at the moment. Would you be willing to help us as a sign of goodwill?
You seem to be rather relaxed concerning the corruption. How come?
Relaxed isn't the right word, but unlike that bloodburn plague, this one is predictable. Since we've stayed away from the jungle and within our walls, we've had no new infections. And unlike the Moor here, we're not permanent settlers in this place.
So you don't think the bloodburn has anything to do with it?
With the corruption? No, I doubt it. I mean, I'm not a healer, but the symptoms are very different.
Of course. What do you need?
Well, it's simple. Since we made camp here, some of my men and women have contracted a nasty kind of fever. We ordered a shipment of herbs from another outpost in the Utran lands, but it hasn't arrived, and the man I sent to get it has not been heard of ever since. Would you be willing to search the shore for my scout, or maybe the ship itself? The weather has been rough lately, and maybe it was wrecked.
Sure, any idea where we should search?
Aye. Do you have a map? Here. That's where we were supposed to receive the shipment.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, it's not as if we're in a hurry, is it?
It never hurts to have additional allies.
And who exactly are you?
Just a traveler. I'm working for the Moor here.
Ah, I see. Best you talk to Sergeant Copper then.
Why put up an outpost in the middle of the jungle?
Pardon my tongue, but that's none of your business.
Who are those mercenaries in your camp? They don't look like Northander soldiers.
Well observed. They are Bane, purity fanatics. And no, I have no fucking clue why Sergeant Copper let them in the first place.
Alright, I'll be off. Thank you for your help.
Sure.
Oi, you. Wait a moment.
Me?
No, the Queen's golden tits. Of course you. Say, does the name Bertrand Carpel ring a bell for you?
Why? What do you know about Bertrand?
Not much. Only that he came by our camp just this morning and told me he was looking for someone. And the face he described looked just like yours. Anyway, I told him I had no bloody idea what he was on about. So he left. But asked me to leave a message if you should come by. Which heck knows why you did.
What's the message?
Just that he's up north somewhere, here in Leaf Shade, and that he'll be waiting there for you until dusk.
Huh. Well, thanks for letting me know.
Don't mention it. Safe travels.
I hope you have a good explanation for this.
I do. I'm Iana. I and those 5 men were hired to kill you.
You're assassins.
We are. That is, I am and they were.
Who are you working for? How did you know we'd be here?
You weren't as hard to follow as you think, Tahar. And regarding your first question, Amaria Leonider.
The head of House Leonider? But why?
Well, I hate to say it, but there are a lot of people who want you dead, Tahar. The question should be, why her? And I'm afraid I don't have an answer for that. I'm not paid to ask questions.
Sorry, but I don't understand. Why did you help us?
I'm afraid that's complicated. Do you prefer the short or the long version?
Give me the long version.
Alright. I didn't know much about you when I accepted the contract, save for the fact that you were a renegade soldier, and that you, together with an elf named Iria, escaped the Grey Keep prison somehow.
That would be me.
I thought so. Well, we followed your trail until Farland's Hope, where you entered that cave, wherever it leads. Since we couldn't follow you in there, we waited in the village. Well, and it was there I learned that you were after a cure for the bloodburn.
And that made you change your mind?
Yes. To be frank, I lost someone to the bloodburn. Someone very close to me. And even though nothing is going to bring her back, I want an answer. In other words, I want to offer you my services.
That guard who sent us here, he mentioned a friend of mine, Bertrand. Did you...
Harm him? No. I don't even know who or where he is. Leonider gave us that name and told us it would be a good lure. So we paid that guard a handful of coins to tell you his story. That's it.
And just why should we trust you? You're a sellsword.
Well, I can't tell you what to do or feel. But think of it this way. If I had wanted you dead, why would I risk my life to save you? Furthermore, word that the assassination failed will get around soon enough. And mark me a betrayer among my kind. Even if I decided to murder you in your sleep, I would not get any money from it.
She has a point.
I do.
That friend you lost, who was it? How did she die?
I would rather not talk about it. Not here. Not now.
How can you help us?
Well, judging from the trail of blood you left behind, this won't be your last battle. I can make sure they'll end in your favor. Also, I am... how should I put it? Different. I can feel and see things others can't.
Such as?
Such as the fact that you are running from something. I do not know what it is, but I can sense it. There's something in the idea of home that scares you.
That's a pretty wild guess.
Maybe. Only you can know this. Long story short, I'm a dreamweaver.
A dreamweaver? I've heard that before. So you're some kind of mentalist?
Close. Let us suffice to say that I feel and perceive differently than most people. In every aspect.
Fair enough. Join us, if you must. We need all the support we can get.
Thank you. For a moment, I thought... Well, it doesn't matter. There are some things I need to take care of before I'm fully at your disposal. I suggest you finish whatever business you have here, and then meet me at the route back to Iskander.
Will do.
Good. I will be waiting. And thank you for your trust.
And off she goes.
For what it's worth, I think you did the right thing. There's something odd about that woman, but she is telling the truth.
And she definitely knows how to wield those daggers.
She does.
Savage wildlife, steep hills, stormy shores. The Utran coast, also known as the Green Coast, is not known for its hospitality. Many ships have run aground in the northern storms, a phenomenon which regularly attracts wanderers who scavenge the coastline for loot.
Do you feel the wind? We're getting close to the coast. If Sergeant Copper is right, and the ship really did sink, some of the cargo might have washed up on the shore.
Well, many have died here. A lot of them. And it happened recently.
And you know that? How?
As I told you, I can sense emotions and thoughts, even if those who felt or thought them are long dead.
All right. Let's also keep an eye out for that scout Copper mentioned. Looters, as expected.
Yes, but that might be good news. If there's looters, there must be loot. So either your theory about the washed-up cargo is right, or there's something else they came here for.
Well, damn it. Seems that the warden ran out of oil.
What about that camp to the south? It looks like an outpost. They might have some.
Crazy! Put that damn torch out.
What? Why?
You know what the note said.
Come on, don't be such a sis.
Shut your mouths already, will you? Let's search this place and get out of here. Sorry, friends, but this spot is taken.
Huh?
I said find your own spoils. We were here before you.
We're not looters.
Oh, you aren't? Then what do you want?
Don't you feel bad about this? Stealing from the dead.
Why? It's not as if these pals still need it, do they?
It's disrespectful.
Oh, is it? I didn't know corpses were so sensitive.
The other looters attacked on sight. You seem a bit more reasonable. Are they your men?
Who do you think we are, Plunderers United? No, we're all here on our own.
So, you fight each other?
Not as long as we respect each other's territory. First come, first serve.
Am I right to assume that the wreckage on the coast belongs to a trade ship?
Well, judging by what little is left of the cargo, yeah. Guess they ran into that storm last week, poor sods. Even the weather's gone mad.
Did you kill these soldiers?
You think we could do that? I'm flattered. No, we didn't. These sods were dead when we came here.
Huh. Then what happened?
Well, depends on who you ask. My pal Reinhardt thinks it was them Moorhere bastards from the jungle, whereas Henry thinks it's some strange, unspeakable evil that haunts these lands.
You make it sound like I'm an idiot. The warden's note was very clear.
Aye, because sitting in a bloody lighthouse all day and night with booze as company likely turns you into a person of reason.
Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Dead is dead.
Strange, unspeakable evil?
Yeah. The lighthouse warden left a note before he killed himself. Apparently there's some horrible ghost haunting these lands, and it searches for the light.
It's true. There's something else on this coast. Something sentient.
Oh, please, lady, don't give him even more ideas.
Why would the Moorhere attack a Nortander camp? That doesn't make sense.
Then they take on the Nortander army in that village, too? What was his name, Leonon? It's obvious they didn't give a fuck about the White Mist Treaty anymore.
Huh, I see. We need to search the camp.
You deaf? I said this is our spot.
Look, we just need some oil for the lighthouse beacon. We'll leave the rest to you.
Oil? But aren't you going to...
Alright, but if I see you take anything else, you get the idea.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Tiara's breath. What are those things?
Our monsters.
Well, let's hope they aren't as strong as they are ugly. Tiara's breath. What were those things?
I think they're snake women. Medusae, as the scholars call them. They shouldn't appear in these parts of Io, though. Still, no sign of the cargo.
Blasted. Well, it was worth it. Wait, do you see that? Their bellies.
No, please tell me you're joking.
I'm not. They don't look like the kind of creature that has a use for medicine. So maybe they swallowed the cargo right with the arm that held it. Let's see. I knew it. This looks like the medicine, doesn't it?
Looks bloody disgusting. But yeah, I guess that's it.
Well then, seems we got lucky. Then let's head back to Leafshade.
Look at that, a friendly face. Got news?
Yes, though I'm not sure you'll like it. The ship ran aground and your scout is dead.
Huh. I'd suspected as much already. What about the shipment? Were you able to recover any of the goods?
I think so. Here, we found these potions. Are they what you were looking for?
Let me see. Aye, I think that's them. Great work. It's not enough to treat all of my men, but most of them. Thanks, friend. Once we've recovered, you'll have our full support.
Thank you.
Yes? Did you find anything?
2 things. There's a treant who is affected by the corruption, which makes it likely that it isn't the bloodburn that's causing this. Secondly, there are strange pools further down the jungle, and they seem to be tainted somehow. I doubt this was Ellen's doing.
Tainted, you say? But could it be...
What?
Well, something like this happened before. In Finn and Mir. Over 2 centuries before. Which means, however, that I know how to solve this problem too. Blasted, why didn't I think of this earlier? I think it's time to let Arlen in on the results of our little expedition. Come, let's talk at the square.
What?
While you were busy praying our sorrows away, our new friend took the initiative and did some scouting. Care to tell him what we found?
Well, the corruption is neither caused by the bloodburn nor by the Guardians. There are tainted pools down in the jungle which seem to be responsible.
Pools? But...
Yes, Arlen. They have been tainted.
What do you mean? What are those pools and how do we cleanse them from the taint?
They are... how should I put it? The life source of this forest. Apparently there's a cave full of Aria and Lenya beneath Leafshade, which is one of the reasons why this forest is so lush.
So the water is... magical?
Well, not exactly, but it's vital to the forest's survival. If it has somehow been corrupted, which your story suggests it has, that's bad.
And how do we cleanse them? Is this even possible?
Yes, but it's not an easy task. We'll need a lot of resources for that. And our most capable commander, Gilius, is not in Leafshade at the moment.
Well, if you want to, I can help. I've served as a commander for almost a decade.
I'm not?
If we do that, give you the command over this place until the problem is solved, do you promise by Ellen not to abuse your power?
Arlen, what?
Do you promise?
Yes, I do.
Good. Then I will instruct the citizens to follow your command. For now, at least. As I said, cleansing the pools is complicated, but possible. In order to do that, we will need to expand our sector. The ritualists need to have free and safe passage through the jungle.
I see. I will do my best. What do we do once we've secured one of those pools?
Instruct our workers to cleanse them and make sure they are protected. If the animals are as savage as you claim, then they might be a real danger. Now, best we get started. We've wasted enough time already.
Understood.
Good. Varden, send word to the guards. I will take care of the workers.
Well, that was quick. Let's make sure not to blow our chance.
They ambushed us. Those fucking bastards ambushed us.
Who did? What happened?
The Bane. That tattooed whore. One moment it was all normal, then they started slitting our throats.
Shit. They're in control of your outpost now?
No. I'm just here because I wanted to stretch my legs. Good thing you got us that medicine. It worked wonders. They still got far too many of us, but at least some of us made it out alive. Please, friend. I know Arlen put you in charge. Send those fucking fanatics to the claws of Nor where they belong.
But we're working for the Purity. If we tell them that, then maybe...
Pardon my tongue, but I doubt the Bane gives a shit. They say they're acting out Aenir's will, but the truth is, they're just a bunch of radical racist fanatics. And something tells me the man you're working for knows that, even though he doesn't admit to it in public. You need to take them down.
I'll see what we can do.
Yes, you should. For what it's worth, me and my men should be ready to join the fight soon. And thank you.
All right. The Bane shouldn't be too hard to take down. Let's just stay focused. Iria? Why did the Moorhere leave Finn and Mir in the first place? Everybody I've asked so far gave me a different answer to that question.
Well, in a nutshell, because they had a disagreement with the Elder Council.
The outpost has
They
been
were convinced
built.
that the Council
We've
weren't serving
expanded our
Ellen and the
borders.
Guardians anymore, but themselves. Which is true to an extent. Finn and Mir is an aristocracy.
And that's why they were thrown out.
Pretty much. They weren't well liked in Elven society anyway. Back when I was a novice, calling someone a Moorhere was an insult.
What did it mean?
Being ignorant, backwards-looking, prudish, and overly religious.
It's done, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Is it over?
I don't think so. Despite everything we did, I can still feel something. A touch of the taint still lingering in the forest. But we already have a suspicion what that might be.
The Treant.
Yes. And while you were cleansing the corrupted pools, we have been searching the tomes for a spell.
A spell? You mean it's possible to cleanse the Treant too?
Well, there's no certainty, but we hope so. As for the cleansing ritual, this magic hasn't been used for centuries. Still, it's our best chance. And you should be the one carrying out the task.
What? Why?
Because, from what I've been told, I doubt the Treant will let you speak to it without resistance. Remember, the corruption still has it in its grip. In other words, what you need to do is to fight the Treant until it's weakened, and then use the spell on it. The rest lies in Ellen's hands.
All right, then teach me that spell.
I will. Close your eyes for a moment. Valeth Sareswen, Joras Varltar. So, did it work?
I think so, yes.
Good. Then use it at the right moment, when the Treant is weakened enough. Now go. And good luck. My prayers are with you.
Free.
Did it work?
I think so. Can you hear us?
Yes. Here. Taint. Gone. Roots. Free. You friends. You saved. Broken roots. Broken branches. Need sleep.
I think we should report back to the village now. Arlen and Varden will be thrilled to hear the news.
Fenrir, it's done.
So, the spell worked?
Yes, it was a hard fight, but the Treant is cleansed. The corruption seems to be over.
That is remarkable. Ellen must have truly smiled upon you.
Maybe.
Truth be told, it's a bit ironic that it was a human who saved our people from this plague. But I'm just glad it's over.
Don't get your hopes up, Varden. Those humans who took over the Nortander camp, the Bane, they'll be back.
Be that as it may, we held our end of the bargain. Will you help us?
Yes, we will. I've said it before, we are a small people, but you will have our help whenever you need it. We will send you a scryer and a division of our best soldiers and craftsmen to support your cause.
You'll have to give us time, though. A couple of days, maybe. We have to pick up the pieces the corruption left first. Where can we find you?
We've set up camp in a valley in Iskander. We can leave you a map.
Yes, do that. I'd invite you to stay for some days, but I'm assuming you have another matter to attend to.
A lot of them, actually.
Well then, this is goodbye. Thank you again for everything, friend. And may Ellen guide you.
Seems like the Moorhair elves have arrived. Good.
Yeah, just be careful.
Why?
Well, that scryer they sent, she claims to know you. I think she was there in Leonon.
Oh. Well, that's interesting. I'll talk to her as soon as I get the chance.
In any case, with our new allies, we should be able to go look for the stones. Let's talk at the forge.
Though it might be wise to look for more support first. We don't know what to expect there.
Wait, aren't you...
Scryer Elion from Leonon. Yes. I'm the Scryer Finrior and Merilith sent to lead the Moorhair troops who'll be supporting your cause. Actually, I was hoping you'd come by. I think we should have a talk, shouldn't we?
You owe me an apology.
That's putting it lightly. Many men and women died that day. And just because of me. Which is another reason why I'm happy they sent me here. It's a chance to make up for what I did. Though that does not mean that your commander, General Noria, didn't also play a role in this. His reputation was well known, even among us.
Can we talk about what happened in Leonon?
What more is there to say? I suspected your general would order to purge the village, and I overreacted. It was a stupid mistake, and I wish it hadn't ended that way. Though I somehow doubt that we could have come to a diplomatic solution anyway.
I would like to train the elves.
Well, if you have the coin, I might be able to help. Let's see. Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
I'd like to know more about your friend, the one you lost to the Bloodburn.
I'm not sure what there is to say. She was my friend, and the Bloodburn took her. Hence, I joined you. That is all there is to say.
There's something I've been wondering. How can you kill for a living?
What do you mean? How can I align it with my morals?
Yes.
I don't know if this is the right moment for this conversation. Maybe another time.
Can you tell me more about your abilities? What's it like to be a Dreamweaver?
Well, I suppose trying to explain that to someone who isn't is like explaining what water feels like to someone who never swam before. It's strange. I can sense things. Emotions, thoughts, but also the echoes of such. If I enter a place where someone has died, I feel that person's sorrow, that person's fear. My mind, my consciousness, it's open. I know that might sound very vague, but it's the best I can do.
In the shadow of the eponymous mountain lies the wasteland referred to as the Foot of Barga Gor. It is home to the Orcish tribe called the Firewielders, as well as to many unforgiving beasts, from the undead to demons. While most travelers stay away from Barga Gor for this very reason, the Firewielders cherish their homeland's perils. According to Orcish culture, only through constant conflict and danger can a people stay strong and persevere.
The Foot of Barga Gor.
Huh. Interesting. I didn't think I would ever come back here.
You've been here before?
Yes, a long time ago. So you really believe that Orc Gor's help can be of value? You know how dangerous these lands are for a human, don't you?
I don't think we have a choice. We need all the allies we can find.
If it isn't the dreaded Corporal, I was just about to go on my own.
Well, you're in luck. It turns out we do need an ally. Troops, to be precise.
I had a feeling. And yes, I can help you, provided you help me first.
That was the deal. What do you want?
Your help in preventing a war. Let me explain. The leader of our tribe is planning to reignite an old war. The War of the Six Races. In other words, he wants to send this world back into chaos. It's stupid and dangerous. But many of my brethren fail to see that. Krell tells them that our tribe has become weak, and that by invading the Nortander and the Elven Empire, we will teach the world to live in fear of us again, as it should be. What they don't see is that no one would benefit from this war. The Firewielders would be wiped out, that's as sure as the sunrise. And both the humans and the elves would suffer greatly from this. Krell tells them that we'd be honoring the struggle. But we wouldn't. It's the act of a fool.
The struggle?
Ah, right. Sorry. I forgot that I'm talking to a pale-skin. The struggle is the core of our culture. At the heart of everything that lives, there's conflict. The wolf hunts the deer runs from the wolf. Without the deer's flesh, the wolf dies. But if there were no wolf, so would the deer. Why? Because without an enemy, it would breed with no constraint. It would procreate until there's no more plants for the deer to eat.
Their peace would be their doom. And it's the same with every being. Where there's no conflict, there's stagnation. And stagnation leads to downfall. This is why there has to be the struggle.
You know this.
Yes. In some regards, I have always admired your people.
But we shouldn't discuss this now. All you need to know is that Krell's actions are a threat. Not only to the orcs, but also the other races.
What is this Krell hoping to gain from it, then?
Well, there's two reasons. First of all, the bloodburn.
So the orcs are suffering from it too?
Yes, not as much as you humans do. But there have been outbreaks in some of the tribes. Krell claims that the humans and the elves have manufactured it to wipe us out. Which is why that war would be justified.
That's absurd.
Yes, and he knows it too. But that doesn't stop him from using it to rally the clans behind him nonetheless. And that's the second reason. Krell is a self-obsessed fool. He became High Chieftain with lies and false promises. And people have started to see through that. So now he has no choice but to act.
I see. And what do you intend to do?
Stop him. Orc culture is based on two pillars, strength and wisdom. And I will show him the power of the second one. By allying with a human and defeating Krell, the Fire Wielders will see that even an unlikely alliance can result in strength.
So you want to fight him?
Challenge him. But since he's a coward, I doubt he'll accept. Which is what you're here for. There's a second plan if the first one fails.
And in return, I'll get troops.
Yes. If I stop Krell, I will have the whole Fire Wielder tribe behind me. And I'll give you enough orcish craftsmen and warriors to support your cause.
Agreed. When are you planning to challenge him?
Now. He has agreed to meet me. And I was just about to leave. Ah, one more thing. What's your name?
Tahar.
Good. Then let us be off Tahar. Krell will meet us northeast from here.
Gore, what's the meaning of this? Who are these paleskins?
My allies. I'm here to challenge you to a duel, Krell. I will be the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
I hope this is a joke.
No. You are a danger to our race, and I won't stand by while you drag us into chaos. Once again, I challenge you to a duel, here and now.
Kill them, and feed their corpses to the undead.
Just as I expected. Bloody coward. Time for our second plan.
Which is?
We'll storm his cow.
His homestead.
Yes, his camp. If he doesn't want to face me like a child of Zarak would, we'll force him to.
But we can't take on an entire army by ourselves.
I know that, Tahar. But luckily I'm not the only fire wielder with sense left in him. There's a camp of my brethren nearby who've been sympathizing with my cause, and who promise me their support if push comes to shove. Follow me. Who are you? Where's Zargol?
In a better place. You're here to rally against him, aren't you? Good thing I told him that would happen.
Get out of my sight.
Why? 'Cause you think these orcs support your cause? They don't. They only pretend to because Zargol told them to. And seeing who you choose to surround yourself with makes me understand why. Paleskins here at the foot of Barga Gore? Honestly, Gore, how low can you go?
These paleskins will do what all of you are too scared to do. Put an end to the orc who will kill us all, if we don't stop him.
And to all of us, this isn't strength, Gore, this is treason.
Shut your mouth, Tuck!
Gore has done more for our tribe than any of you.
Really? Can't you see he's using you? He doesn't give a damn about the fate of the Fire Wielders. All he wants is Krell's Kyle for himself. But, as I said, it's not too late to turn back. Think about it. All you'll do is throw away your life for a traitor. Krell will restore our race to its former glory with...
I'm done with talking. Face me, or are you as much of a coward as your leader?
Balrek, you piece of shit!
Bloody fools.
Why did you attack him?
If I hadn't, he would have drawn more on his side.
How can you know that?
I just do. And this piece of shit killed Zargol. He didn't deserve any better.
And what now?
Well, we have what we want, a base of operations. Now this is where you come in. If you remember, I saw what you did in Farlan's Hope, leading those rosy-cheeked farm boys against the Ash Reavers and winning. That was impressive, which is why I want your advice. I'm a shaman, not a tactician.
You realize that I know nothing of orc tactics, do you?
Warfare is a worldwide art, Tahar. There's not much to know, apart from our weapons and our traditions. But I'll guide you.
But will your brothers even follow me?
No, but me. And I'll follow your advice. Also, they saw how you can fight. It's too much to say that they respect you, but they know you're not a coward.
Fair enough. What's the plan?
Simple. Kill Krell. In theory, we could attack right now, but he'll know we're coming, so we need to think tactics.
I'm all ears.
We need to win the other clans. The Zol, the Ka, the Nook, and the Kayran. Each of them have their own specialty, which we can use against Krell.
What can the Zul offer us?
Spears. They've perfected that fighting style over the decades. The bleeding caused by just one wound can be fatal. They're slow, but that doesn't make them any less deadly.
The clans? I thought you were all fire wielders.
We are, but unlike in your kind, a fire wielder isn't just a fire wielder. Every tribe has dozens of clans, different weapons, traditions, sometimes even different languages.
What about the Kar?
They are probably the most civil of the clans, which is why I think they'll be more easily convinced to follow us. Their fighting style is the most balanced. Their fighters form the core of every ambush.
Who are the Nook?
The ones I'm most worried about. They are the most vicious and brutal fighters of our tribe, with an almost eerie tolerance for pain. Who, as you can guess, are all for Krell's madness. But I have a friend within their ranks. If we can find him, he might help us win them over.
I see. The Kayran, who are they?
Outsiders, who mostly like to keep to themselves. They are extremely religious and devoted to Zarek. If the lands were less harsh on lone wolves, they would have probably formed their own tribe long ago.
However, they are the best hunters the orcs have to offer. They use javelins to attack from a distance.
That could come in handy. Understood. So how do we win them over?
There are two ways. Every clan has a champion, just as this one had Zargol. If we beat the champion, they will probably submit to our lead. Some of the clans are loyal to Krell, and will have heard of my treason by now. So they'll probably attack us on sight. In other words, blood will be spilled. Others, such as the Kayran, may listen to reason.
So there's another way other than defeating their champion?
As I said, there may be. We'll need to find out. And Krell won't stand by and watch. It'll be a while, but he'll strike soon enough. We have to be prepared. Finally, before you came, there's been talk of a strange human walking Barga Gore. He had an impressive aura. I don't know if it's worth the time, but you might want to look for him while our clan prepares for battle.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Gore.
Zalraka Gedok. I take it you know why we're here.
Not for our fabled wyvern stew, I assume.
We need your javelins. Krell has gone mad and you know it. If he starts the war he's planning, it'll be the end of your clan as well as mine.
I know.
Then you'll join us.
Yes. Under one condition. Bring me Zarek's token. If you are truly chosen to lead us, Zarek will send us a sign. If not, you're just another imposter.
What is Zarek's token?
An old orc tradition. The skull of the mightiest warrior within a tribe.
And which one would that be?
That's the problem. If we give him the wrong one, he will see the prophecy has failed and attack us. Fine. I'll do it.
Made your choice?
I have the token. What did the fire say?
Let me see. You were right. Zarek has chosen you to lead us, Gore. Say the word, and we will follow.
That was macabre.
Thank you, Gedok. I promise you this will be over quickly. It's done. His Khal is destroyed.
But where's Krell?
Hiding, I guess. Just as...
Enough.
Elder Zilrak, where is Krell?
In the pit. There shall be no more bloodshed. He will now face you as he should have from the start.
Willie. So far all he's done is run.
Well, he can't anymore. This is Zarek's will, and he knows it. Follow me.
Fine. Lead the way.
It is time, Krell. There will be no more bloodshed among our own, but a duel, as it should have taken place hours ago if you hadn't run.
This is ridiculous! He allied himself with the Paleskins!
There can be no wisdom without strength, and no strength without wisdom. You know the traditions.
Fuck the traditions! Zarek's fangs. I'm Krell. I'm your High Chieftain, and this piece of filth is a traitor! You hear me? A traitor!
You're the traitor, Krell. You never cared for the fate of our people. This was about you and your pride from the start. Now, unless you're the coward I think you are, face me.
Coward? Me? Weren't you the one who left your blood sister in that cave to rot?
Careful.
Why? Don't you want your pale-skinned friends to know? I wonder why.
All right. Enough of the talking. Face me.
And it's done. Gore, by Zarek's blood, by his fire, and by his will, I hereby proclaim you the new High Chieftain of the Fire Wielders.
Thank you. I know many of you have lost kin today. It was a battle that could have been avoided. But it was necessary. And as the struggle tells, we will come forth as a stronger people. I did this for you. Thank you, Tahar. You made this possible.
You don't have to thank me. You prevented a war.
Yes, I know. One more question, though. What do you fight for? I know it has something to do with the Shapers, since you opened the gate to their city. But why? What for?
We're trying to stop the Bloodburn. We've made camp in the lost city of Mullandir, and it seems that we need 2 Shaper relics to continue our search. But without troops, we can't get them. One of them is in the middle of the Black Sea, the other one in Aeonir's Blade.
Interesting. All right. As promised, you will have our help. I'll choose some of our best warriors and craftsmen, and we'll join you in Mullandir. I will be there too. I want to know who I'm fighting with. Until then, Tahar. And may your blood never boil.